Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tulis Commander Mohammed and I am from Group D1. Right now I am to present about our group project presentation entitled The Impact of Time Management on Students' Productivity. So let's go to the next slide. So the first slide is about the introduction of what is our group project actually. So actually our project we from the group D1, we want to do a research about the impact of time management on students' productivity in RIUM. So we are focusing on the undergraduate student from the first year to the fourth year. So how to do this research? We conduct an online survey through Google Form. Okay. So right now I will just talk about the introduction of our group project. And so now, I would like to talk about our problem statements. So, firstly, I would like to talk about the daily goals. Quite a lot of IM students do have their own daily goals. This situation provides a sense of direction and motivation to the student and help them improve their productivity. So, the question is there any connection between have a daily goal and students' productivity? Answering this question will help the student to manage their time wisely and improve their productivities. So we'll go to the next slide. So the next slide is about the hypothesis. So what is our group project hypothesis? So firstly, the null hypothesis is there is no difference in the number of tasks completed between people who have daily goals and people who do not have daily goals. And the alternate hypothesis is there is a difference in the number of tasks completed between people who have daily goals and people who do not have daily goals. And this is our claim. We claim the alternate hypothesis. So let's go to the next slide. So on the next slide is our introduction to our method of how we conduct the survey, the research. So firstly, the data was collected among IOUM students via Google Forms to conduct an online survey. Respondents were asked to answer a few questions concerning our research. There are 45 respondents. We use inferential statistics method. We use the variance and standard deviation to determine the spread of the data and the consistency of the variable. All of this will be shown in our group project report submission. So let's go to the next slide. So in the next slide is our data set. As you can see, we divide our data set into two cases. So the first case is students that have daily goals, and the next case is students that do not have daily goals. So as you can see, we divide the column by count, gender, their year of study, and the study hour, and the task completion rank. So we could divide the ranking and we could know better the frequency of the data that we are collecting. So let's go to the next slide. So in this slide, you can see our pie chart. You can see of students if they have daily goals. So count of do you have any daily goals? So the number of yes is more than no. As you can see, students that have daily goals is 68.9%. Otherwise, the students that do not have any daily goals is 31.1%. Next, we do the analysis of their task completion rank. So this is the rank one. We divide it into two. Student have daily goal and student do not have daily goals. So divide by on the x-axis we put the ranking and on the y-axis we put the frequency. So as you can see here, this is the task completion rank drawn in a histogram. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So in the next slide is our central tendency comparison. Because why? Because we already divide our case into two. So the first case is have daily goals, and the next case is do not have daily goals. So the mean for the students that have daily goals is 2.42, while the mean for the students that do not have any daily goals is 1.93. Next, the model class for students that have daily goals is 1.5 to 2.5, but the model class for students that do not have daily goals is 0.5 to 1.5. And the mode for students that have daily goals is 2, while the mode for students that do not have daily goals is 1. And the variance for students that have daily goals is 2.12. Otherwise, the variance for students that do not have daily goals is 1.07. And lastly, the standard deviation for students that have daily goals is 1.47, and the standard deviation for students that do not have daily goals is 1.03. So in this slide, we just put the final answer, but you can see the calculation we do in our project report. We thoroughly do the calculation step by step there. Okay, let's go to the next slide and our last slide. So now in this slide is the random method run task. It includes 5 steps. So the first is you need to state the hypothesis. The null hypothesis is there is no difference in the number of tasks completed between people who have daily goals and people who do not have daily goals. And our alternate hypothesis is there's a difference in the number of tasks completed between people who have daily goals and people who do not have daily goals. And we claim this alternate hypothesis. So the next step is to find the critical value using table G with A equals to G8 0.05 with degree of freedom equals to 2 minus 1 equals to 1. Therefore the critical value is 3.841. And then next we need to find the test value. So like in this our project we have two cases, right? One have daily goals and the other one is do not have daily goals. So we divide it into two groups and we add all the sum of the rank for the group A and group B. And then we put the formula to find the test value and we get the value is 2.45. And then the next step is to make the decision. As you can see, since the test value is 2.45, which is less than the critical value 3.841, the decision is not to reject the null hypothesis. Therefore, the last step is we need to summarize the result. There is not enough evidence to support the claim that there is difference between people who have daily goals and do not have daily goals. So let's go to the next part of this presentation. So this is the last slide of our group project presentation. So the conclusion is there is not enough evidence to support the claim where there is a difference in the number of tasks completed between people who have daily goals and do not have daily goals. So we cannot reject the null hypothesis. So the recommendation that we would like to do is a larger sample is required. As you can see, we have only 45 respondents, and we could also expand our sample size, which is we could also include the postgraduate students, not only undergraduate students. Okay, so the next recommendation is consider more factors such as not only credit hours and study hours, we could also add more factors such as during their leisure time, what they do, activity on the evening. We could also consider more factors to put in the research to make it a better project research. So that's all from me. Thank you.